This is kind of exciting, actually. These are interesting times. These are very interesting times. What's up, Michelle? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I just had to go on a quick hamburger run. You caught me 11 seconds in. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. You're not late this time, right? I think we had that discussion a little bit earlier. Ah, you grabbed it at the perfect time then. Perfect timing. I think someone rolled over on the way over here. There was a big old clusterfuck of cops and looked like a vehicle had rolled. What do they call that guy at your work? Misdemeanor? James? Oh, Tardy. Yeah, his name is Tardy. Yeah. This restaurant has the best fries. So, the main purpose of this video is to let everybody know that I'm probably going to be distancing myself and Google. I'm going to be putting a bit of distance in that relationship. It's going to be like a sort of long distance, part-time relationship. That is very, very partially connected with my YouTube app suddenly conspicuously lacking the monetize this video option. Yesterday, that just happened. The option was no longer available. Now, I would like to precede this announcement with the caveat that Google AdSense has never coughed up more than a couple pennies in my direction. But it's enough that it warrants me sort of paying attention to it every few months because it costs out $100 or so every 5 months. Something ridiculously low like that. It was higher. It used to be, it was up to 50 a month, and then the little algorithmic little dinglings did their thing, and it went down to 8 or whatever. We've had this discussion, but so the ability for me to monetize my own videos just disappeared from the app. Again, it's not a huge amount of money, so it's not worth that much of my attention, but it is something. And I think I've made like $600 from the partnership over like 3 years, right? So it's nearly negligible. But I know that there are viable alternatives. I know that there are. There's DTube, there's Vimeo, there's BitChute. There are a bunch of YouTube alternatives. Now, granted, most of them, well, not most of them, but a lot of them are under the same sort of umbrella of the Google monster. And they may know about me on some of the platforms, and maybe the same thing will happen, but I have a feeling what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep creating content, but it's just going to be sort of, it's not going to be that much directly related to the sort of flow of this channel. This channel was very specific to the time period and time frame of 2017 to 2020, and the space was created for that. And I don't feel like YouTube has done very much to warrant my attention, and it has actively done things to warrant my my social distancing from itself. And if they really did just demonetize the channel without saying anything to me, yes, I understand that Mr. Beast, the Matrix doesn't like me, and yada yada yada. I get that, but still, pretenses must be held up, and they're responsible for letting me know that I violated a community guideline or whatever type of bullshit they make up. They're responsible for that at a minimum. And if they don't give that, then I'm just gonna socially distance myself from YouTube, because that kind of pissed me off. And of course, the channel will stop from growing at 2,300 subs, and it has stayed right at that for like over a year, and no new growth is allowed. And it's you know, at a certain point, it becomes a waste of my time. Not that I don't appreciate all you, I do. And I'm not leaving. I'm not like disappearing forever. I'm just gonna migrate myself to something better, something less Orwellian. You guys have any suggestions? Any suggestions? DLive or Rumble. I've almost stopped watching on here. It's no longer free. The algorithm is nasty. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Pretty dirty. Hey, Nigel. Rumble. And I will also announce wherever I'm going, so whoever's interested in following me can still connect. Yeah, the websites that just fuck with the stats too much and all this social engineering and pretty much lies and lies and lies, not interested in that shit. Hi, Broccoli. We're on our last ever YouTube live. Ever.
Not so.
Never, ever, ever again.
Really?
YouTube has abused its power.
I don't believe that. I mean, I don't believe that it's going to be the last one.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm gonna get into alternatives and just not give as much energy into Black Google.
Get on DTube.
Yeah. Nigel says I make pretty good music and art, but we hardly ever get views. Yep. Same thing. Facebook's the same shit. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. Anyone that attempts to raise the collective consciousness is shadow banned and censored instantly. For the most part. And like, someone like me who's very neutral towards the beast and its machinations, and who, I don't really give a shit about it one way or the other than its movements are annoying and what's the word? Suppressive. Aside from that, I don't care. Like, I don't have a dog in the fight. But you can see my channel is just as suppressed as any of the other people who attempt to speak about any actual issues, which means that the algorithms are very fine-tuned. But also not necessarily, because I've spoken about I've also talked shit on the control structure. I basically do that every single time I come on here, if only satirically. But yeah, that's it. That's the announcement. Shadow banning is everywhere. Yeah, of course. So I'm probably going to start with DTube. I might try BitChute. It has to be something where there are enough people inside of it to... What? Yeah. There have to be enough people in there who... so the thing will actually work. It can't just be 99% NPC bots and a couple real people. There have to actually be enough genuine beings up in there. And, if it proves to be too ridiculous and it's similar across the board, I just will remove myself, for the most part, from social media, because it's just a time sink for the most part, and I have actual things in my actual life that I like doing. So, it's also hilarious that the machine, not only does it like ban the sort of organic consciousness and try to block it, cast shade, but the things that it promotes are like the Biden or the Hillary Clinton, or it's just the full inversion systems. Like, everything's fully inverted, and of course fully ridiculous. So that's that. I'm going to be socially distancing from YouTube, and most of you have me on Facebook. Well, a lot of you, but you can find me on Facebook with the same name if you'd like to stay connected. And yeah, that's about it. So I will make further announcements as far as if I make other channels and whatnot. Take care, people.